YouTube, new family. What is going on? Daniel here, another video. Now it's 5:37, and as you can see, we have a little, well, my phone's in Spanish, but we have time apps limited to time. I tried a new habits, which is, crazy. I'm not able to, you could say, really experience it right now because I have my second day in the office. So, I'm making this video because I want to be able to speak, at least have some time before I go into the office. But basically, doing 2 hours each morning, like no apps, no social media, no text messages, no Telegram, and being able to connect with God. So, right now, I have, you know, writing I'm doing as well. And I'm doing, as you can see over there, some macros. But yeah, just stuff you can do that, you don't get lost in when you're not really able to. Sometimes forget when you get lost in your phone, giving your time to the world right away, when the only time you should be giving right away is to God and Jesus. So it's a habit I had before, but something that is helping me just allow myself more because there's no distractions. There's no, you know, um, feeling you can get from your phone, from social media, from videos, from people messaging you. It's literally you and God, in that time together, especially when you wake up before 5, as we always do. That's the habits, wake up before 5, track our macros, speak, read, reflect, train every day, no vices, and then, documenting our life, giving it to the world, giving wisdom. Because when you remove the vices, remove the distractions, you get wisdom. Even when you remove the social media, the videos, the YouTube, maybe like things that you're consuming for no reason, it's all information. What you need is wisdom. But when you're distracted by the world, you believe it's wisdom. You believe, oh, you know, it's sounds good, or it's good information, so it's wisdom. But wisdom is something that just hits the soul when you're reading the Bible as well. The Bible is, all wisdom, and when you're flowing and connected, you get wisdom as well. Wisdom is not even yours. Like videos I make, sometimes I'm speaking, I'm like, what, where'd that come from? It's the Holy Spirit trying to work through you. The Holy Spirit only works through you when you become a vessel and are flowing. So, you know, the thing is, you have to give yourself, that time and become available. If you're not, if you're just, lost in the world, you can say, the social media, the apps, then you're never really available. And then God would never really be able to, put his power through you. But it's working to do the right things, have the right habits, and as well adding cardio to, my habits is something that is going to help massively, like 15 minutes per day after workouts, and also bedtime. So, going to bed at a certain time. Obviously, the wake up time before 5, but I realized that, you know, with this lifestyle, you have to be dialed in all areas. So, meaning even the decisions you make to when you go to bed has to be the right one. Before 10, 9:30 is a good time. If you go any later than that, even an hour after you feel it. The other day I felt, even an hour after, like your body feels it, your frequency feels it, because when you're tired is when the devil tries to grab you. When you're tired, the devil, tries to make you ungrateful for the day, believes you're just owed the day, like almost not you're excited about the day because that's the devil. Like you're grateful, but like almost just like expecting, the day, and like, almost looking forward to it as like in like a painful way. You know, when you're tired, you just basically want to get through the day. You're not able to really grasp it, absorb it, be with God. And that's when the devil comes in with like, oh, I'm tired, like you don't have to do this, like complaining, all these different ways. It changes your perspective. Perspective is what God gives you. Perspective is, the Spirit working through you. But when you're tired, you lose perspective. Um, and when you have lose perspective is when the devil tries to give you his perspective, which is, negative, in lack, competing, comparing, who am I? Where am I going? Doubting, confused. So you have to make the right choices. And that's why this lifestyle is literally a 0.01% lifestyle. You know, people I meet don't know this part of me. And it's crazy because like it's become literally who I am. But new people I meet, for instance, me doing salsa, I meet people there. They don't know I wake up before 5 and have these habits and see the world the way I see the world. But in one aspect, you have to connect with people. So, you know, of course, there's an element that you lose because, your power comes when you're alone, when you're helping, people in this life. At least my gift, being able to connect with people in the coaching I do and the calls that we have, you know, when I'm around a lot of people, I lose that power and lose that ability to really, connect and see where you're at. It's not words. It's not like what you say to me. It's really frequency and your energy. Like I can feel when someone is in control, when they're, close to freedom, because freedom is all spiritual. You can have everything, but be in control and be tight. And, your energy is like, it's not letting go. You're never going to have freedom, no matter what you have or what you believe you have. So this can apply for men and women. So there's some women that, the other day, especially in the gym, like seeing one that had like, this, to be honest, like very fit, like disciplined body. But then I heard like two words from her because we were supposed to, go to we're going to the dumbbell, and she walked around and just felt her energy, like control. It's like crazy. Like I can feel that when I have, they say that the time, the frequency, my own frequency, but it's, not every day you can have that, or else, well, it's making the right choices and being, in your power. But, for me, especially working in the office 2 days a week, today's going to be a busier day. It's something that you have to manage around, especially if your situation is you're working and you're trying to, give your gift full time. Eventually, God will give that to you. But, there's things you have to do, bills you have to pay. So there's situations that, you have to work around. So this is one, it's a test and it's perfect. And I'm thankful. But I wanted to make this video as well, just to speak, because yeah, these days these office days is very tight. And right now it's, yeah, 5:44. So, I have to reflect, read the Bible, and then go to the gym. But luckily, like, the hour, 2 hours I have now actually helped me to prepare the foods when I get back. It's just basically shower, and then we're good to go. And then we go catch the train. But yeah, glad to make this video. It's just beautiful journey. And like I said, perspective is what you're looking for. It's not, what you're getting with this path. You're getting peace, you're getting gratitude, you're getting close to God, you're getting close to Creator. But above all, like what He gives you is perspective. No matter what you're getting around you externally, if you don't get better perspective, it doesn't make sense. Like, if He gives you something, let's say, whatever your desire is, material, but you lose perspective, that's the devil. That's where he keeps in, If you always have high perspective, good perspective, you're grateful that you just need the day. You don't need the things around you. You're giving your gift, you're enjoying, you're getting in power. You're just like, making the right choices. The Spirit will give you perspective. God will give you perspective. Jesus will give you perspective. So that's what matters most, perspective. It's not the things around you, but you getting perspective with whatever you have. Because you being in a mansion and losing perspective is worth less than you, being wherever you're at. House, hostel, I don't know if you live under a bridge, but you have perspective. That's what matters. So good video, got to flow a little bit. Glad I got to make it. But now, on to reflecting, finishing that, reading the Bible, getting wisdom for the day, and then applying it. So God bless, much love. And as always, until next time, I have faith in you guys and keep killing it.